Hi guys, back here again for another look at some dolls. If this is your first time here, this is just a series on my channel where I go through some new or recent fashion doll releases and give my brief opinions on them. It's actually been a little bit of a minute since we've done one of these, so not all of these will be incredibly new, but I'm going to talk about them anyways, so let's get into it. As usual, we'll be starting with Barbie, and she doesn't really have a whole lot to talk about. One of the more interesting releases, I guess, would be the Merman Mattel Creations member exclusive, who came out earlier last month and looks like he sold out. And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of him. He was a winner of a poll that was held in 2020, and I just like the other options way more than him, and the execution of the final product really isn't the best. They didn't even bother to give him the dark hair and the deeper skin tone from the original artwork, so it doesn't even feel like the people really got what they voted for. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I would have preferred any three of the mermaids, honestly. There's going to be another doll coming soon for the Silkstone Pink collection, and I do like her overall more than the first release. Not making any calls until we see if the quality actually matches the price this time around though, but it does look like she's getting a variant with a darker hair color and skin tone, which is pretty cool. The third Barbie style signature doll is on her way, and okay, not to be too mean, but everything about this set just bores me even more than the last two. She doesn't even have like a cool statement piece like the other two did. I'm sorry, I really don't like this one. The Barbie Extra 5-pack featuring an exclusive doll should be hitting stores relatively soon, and I think my feelings on the Extra line should be abundantly clear by now, but I do think the exclusive doll in this pack is actually really cute and one of the best in the entire line. Her face and hair in particular are actually so beautiful, but will I be paying $160 to get her though? No. There's going to be a Barbie signature Queen Elizabeth doll.
Okay, let's move on.
Disney's a good one to talk about next. There's an absolute mountain of limited edition dolls we need to talk about. First, we have a year's worth of new Disney designer princess dolls coming. Apparently there's supposed to be 15 and all one released per month. October was Jasmine, who was released October 12th, and surprisingly is still in stock at the time of me recording this. I don't entirely love her. I get that they were going for a very over-the-top red carpet type look, but it's just a little too much for me. I also think the movie, the Disney iconography, just gets lost in there, so she doesn't really read as Jasmine to me. She's still objectively a great doll, but not my favorite. And November's doll coming soon is Pocahontas. My feelings on her are largely the same as Jasmine. When I look at the first round of Disney designer dolls, I really love how elegant and almost understated the designs are while still being very recognizable as our princesses. I know these are obviously a very different direction, but I'm just not feeling them very strongly so far. But we'll see. We have a ton more dolls to go before I can make any kind of definitive statement. For Halloween, there was a release of 3 Hocus Pocus dolls. Their faces don't really read limited edition collector dolls to me, but Hocus Pocus is great, and I still think these are super cute, and this was a pretty fun release. I didn't get them, but I don't have anything incredibly bad to say about them. Kita is finally getting a limited edition doll, and I understand some people were disappointed that her face sculpt is much softer than she appears in the movie, but I still think she looks great. I'm so happy the Kita fans finally get to eat. Hopefully we get more quote-unquote unofficial Disney princesses too. Where's my Eilonwy doll, Disney? There's also going to be a set for the 30th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast. The outfits for these are based on a piece of concept art for the movie, which, while I'm not incredibly interested in these particular dolls, I still think this is a really fun idea. I'd love for them to do this for more movies. The possibilities are kind of endless. Also, for the 30th anniversary, Belle from Hasbro's Disney Style series represents the special Saks exclusive holiday doll this year. She's $315, and yes, that is extremely expensive, but it could be worse. I still remember when there was an Anna, Elsa, and Olaf set in 2019 that was 30,000 doll hairs. On the Playline side, Disney Store also released a new round of ballet dolls, and they're really cute. I already have Ariel, because obviously, and I love her. dare I say, Disney Store dolls are like a little underrated. They're usually pretty good quality and way more reasonably priced than a lot of dolls on the market now, and I love that they're doing interesting things in addition to the basic princess dolls like these ballerina dolls and the playsets they've been steadily releasing. There's also a special edition holiday Rapunzel doll in the same vein as the Ariel one from last year, and I do think these are cute. I love Christmas imagery when it's subtle like this, and I think her outfit is really beautiful, but I talked about this in my most recent live, where Rapunzel dolls always kind of have the issue to me where they just don't look like Rapunzel. And I know it's probably because translating a CGI character to a physical product is a lot more difficult as opposed to a 2D animated one where there's more leeway when it comes to accuracy, but yeah, this doll isn't really an exception to that. She just looks ever so slightly off to me. Mermaid High dolls are officially out now, and I've talked about them on here a little before, but now that they're officially released, I can say that I really love them. The price range of $27 USD is a little steep, I can admit that, but otherwise I just think the designs and the dolls are so great and they deserve to be given a chance. The short form animated series they've started airing on YouTube is also really adorable. The LOL OMG Movie Magic 2-pack with Tough Dude and Pink Chick is out on the LOL Surprise website and should be dropping in stores soonish. I think these are so great. I was never really interested in male dolls before, but LOL OMG consistently makes male dolls that I actually want. I just love that they're not like hyper masculine or jockey the way male characters in doll lines tend to be. They're great. And of course, Pink Chick is everything too. Her floofy pink dress and 50s style Letterman is just so freaking cute. Monster High dropped a new Skulllector doll, this time based on the iconic Greta Gremlin from Gremlins 2. I love this so much, it's like objectively the funniest one they could have done, and they executed her so well. She looks great. I'm honestly kind of obsessed. In more Monster High news, it looks like the upcoming live-action film has officially started filming according to its director. The reboot should be in full swing very soon, and I'm just getting more and more excited about it. I have my reservations, obviously, but I'm just so excited to see what's on the way. So, not technically doll news, not yet anyways, but still relevant. We have some leaks of the new Winx season floating around, and it actually appears to be a reboot, which I am so excited for and have been praying to happen for like the past 3 or 4 years. If you're a Winx fan, here's a question. What are you hoping to see the reboot change, and what are you hoping carries over from the original series? I have my thoughts obviously, but I feel a video idea brewing, so we'll talk more on that later. American Girl has been rolling out their holiday collection for this year, and it's pretty neat. In addition to the standard holiday dress and the limited edition holiday princess dolls, which are really beautiful, they also have outfits representing holidays of different cultures, like Eid al-Fitr, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Diwali, and Lunar New Year. If you celebrate any of these, absolutely let me know what you think of them. I'm genuinely curious, as I know AG has the best intentions, and I think they're all really beautiful, but I can't really speak to the accuracy or anything like that. Alright, so we can't close out this video without talking about the absolute fiasco that was the Bratz Rock Angels Repro releases. And this is pretty old news, yeah, but it's also a developing story. But if you don't know, Bratz recently dropped reproductions of the Rock Angels doll line, including an individual release of Roxy and the Rock Angels Cruiser. But almost immediately it became obvious that things weren't exactly right. First of all, the Rock Angels Cruiser isn't even the Rock Angels Cruiser, it's the FM Cruiser repainted to look like the Rock Angels Cruiser, which is just so bizarre. Also, as more product photos and leaks started to surface, we started to notice that the dolls looked, in a word, wrong. Even in stock photos, the facial screenings looked completely different and frankly pretty bad. And once people started getting the dolls in person, they looked even worse. On top of the screenings being poorly replicated from the original dolls, they were also extremely prone to painting errors, misprintings, and I saw people returning and exchanging upwards of 3 or 4 dolls before getting one they were even a little satisfied with. I know enough about the manufacturing process to have my theories as to what exactly happened here, but I'll keep them to myself because I'm a Virgo and the thought of being wrong about something physically gives me hives. It's not that important anyways. The worst offenders, Roxy and Sasha, were never fully released and appear to have been recalled. I haven't seen any news on a re-release with better screenings, but I do think that's likely. To that end, this whole release has obviously been pretty disappointing. I get that repros are never going to look exactly like the original dolls, as sometimes materials become unavailable over time and tech advancements mean they're going to be produced differently, but obviously something in production, be it budget or just someone down the line not putting in the effort or just making poor decisions, it's resulted in these dolls really missing the mark for me, and many others. MGA obviously has a lot of pride in the global phenomenon Bratz has become, and they clearly want the brand to primarily enter the adult collectors market now to appeal to those that grew up with them, but I think they need to treat future releases with a lot more care and a lot more effort. I love Bratz, and I love MGA, and I want both to succeed, so if nothing else, hopefully this was a learning experience, and they let the Bratz pack reach their full potential with future releases. But that's all I have on my list for today. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to let me know what doll you're looking most forward to, but also which ones you think you'll be skipping out on this time around. If you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe for any future fashion doll content, and go out and get those dolls.